Starkville Cafe has been a part of my life since my family has been here since the early 70s. We've eaten here, we've dined here. And I have to mention this, but the cafe, I got to tell you real quick that I actually refer to myself as a caretaker of this restaurant. It's kind of hard to take credit for something that was here before I was born. So, being from Starkville, I guess I've known Chip, I don't know, let's just say I've known Chip for 35 years. Knowing Chip in the past few years, I was introduced indirectly to the SBDC because as you know your friends and you know your family, you know what they do, but you don't always know that it might apply to you one day. You know, in March of 20, when we had this pandemic that hit, and all of a sudden businesses start closing. And I actually sat down, Chip was sitting here, and I sat down with Chip one morning. I said, Chip, tell me about what you're doing. Because it was not navigating the hard time. The hard time happened, that's it. I mean, it's there, you can't do anything about the hard time as it was there. But in planning for the future, for the post era, is where the business development and where I started trying to understand the SBDC and starting to try to understand the resources that are out there to give us survival. So Chip very quickly through the SBDC became a part of my team, and I know that SBDC is a lot on the development of new business, but where I think we found ourselves, like we were developing new again, because we're having to become in it's a new world with a different idea, with different approaches, and so as a business we're having to pivot, and so the SBDC, I guess if I can answer your question, the SBDC has been a great sounding board for me to sit there and have someone that can listen, and then me also kind of listen back. You know, you can kind of find that ground that helps you grow your business and grow out of a tough time and experience a good time. I guess I'm trying to say it was kind of a nucleus of position that helped me talk about things that I was trying to understand, and then Chip comes back and the SBDC comes back and says, well, these are things that people are doing, and this is some direction. So many times that I had conversations with the SBDC, with Chip, he helped me navigate my thought patterns. You know, you had the PPP, you had the EIDL, you had grants, it's just, Mississippi had grants. I mean, money going so many different directions. So navigation, I think, is a big word for me as we were trying to redevelop our business in a post-era from this past 2 years. So if you're from Starkville, Mississippi, and if you are a new business, if you're a growing business, or if you're a current business and you're struggling, or even if you're doing well, I honestly think you would be foolish not to reach out to a resource that's in your backbone. I mean, there's a resource right there, and it's a plethora of knowledge, and if nothing else, I mean, do like I did and just have some conversation to help create a path.